Deep beneath the waves, in total darkness, where the sun fears to shine.
Why do you always start like we're about to fight a sea monster?
Because, Joe, we kind of are. Except this monster is called deep sea mining, and it's hungry for money.
Ah, yes. Nothing says good idea like industrial machinery at the bottom of the ocean.
Here's the deal. Countries are racing to mine the ocean floor for rare minerals. Nickel, cobalt, manganese.
Things my phone apparently needs more than I need sleep.
Exactly. These minerals power electric cars, batteries, and renewable tech. And land-based supplies? Messy, expensive, politically awkward.
So naturally, the solution is let's bulldoze the seabed we've never explored.
What makes this wild is who is leading the charge. Not the usual superpowers, but emerging nations betting big on deep-sea mining.
Wait, countries with limited budgets are going all in on underwater robot mining?
Yup, it's the economic equivalent of saying, I can't afford a house, so I bought a submarine.
Bold, unhinged, respectfully terrifying.
If it works, these nations leapfrog into global relevance, new revenue, strategic power, and control over future tech supply chains.
If it doesn't work,
They risk wrecking ecosystems we barely understand, triggering international backlash, and possibly destroying their entire bet before it pays off.
so it's either economic miracle or oops, we broke the ocean.
Scientists are freaking out, by the way.
When are they not?
Fair. But this time it's legit. Deep-sea ecosystems grow slowly. Damage them once, and you might not see recovery for thousands of years.
Cool. So we're speedrunning environmental regret.
And here's the part nobody's talking about. This isn't just mining, it's a geopolitical arms race.
Ah, yes. Nothing unites humanity like fighting over rocks.
Whoever controls these minerals controls the green economy. So while you're watching cat videos, countries are quietly planting flags on the ocean floor.
Great. Now the ocean has landlords.
So this is the audacious gamble. Emerging nations risking environmental chaos for economic survival, in a race that could reshape global power.
Or end with everyone yelling, "Who thought mining the abyss was a good idea?"
And that's the question. Are we unlocking the future, or digging the deepest hole humanity's ever made? Stick around, because this silent war under the waves is only just beginning. So now that we know there's a silent war brewing under the waves, the real question is, why is everyone suddenly diving in?
Let me guess. Humanity ran out of land and said, "Have we tried the abyss?"
First reason, the world is absolutely starving for critical minerals. Cobalt, nickel, copper, the stuff EV batteries and green tech live on.
Ah, yes. The green future. Powered by rocks we suddenly can't get enough of.
To put it in perspective, demand for battery metals is expected to double or even triple as electric cars, grid storage, and renewables scale up.
So my electric car isn't just eco-friendly. It's part of a global mineral hunger crisis.
Second problem, mining on land is getting ugly. Ore grades are declining, costs are rising, and new mines can take 10 to 15 years just to open.
So land mining is like digging a hole and finding disappointment at the bottom.
On top of that, critical minerals are concentrated in just a few countries, making supply chains fragile and politically risky.
Ah, so it's not just out of rocks, it's out of rocks we trust.
And that's where the deep ocean starts looking very attractive.
Let me guess. Untouched, unregulated, and absolutely full of treasure.
Exactly. The seabed is covered in polymetallic nodules, rich in nickel, cobalt, copper, and manganese, just sitting there, untouched for millions of years.
So the ocean floor is basically Earth's savings account that nobody remembered the password to.
For nations, especially emerging ones, this looks like a shortcut to economic growth, strategic independence, and national security.
Because controlling minerals means controlling batteries, which means controlling the future.
That's why governments now treat critical minerals as a national security issue, not just an economic one.
Amazing. We've reached the point where rocks are more strategic than oil.
So that's the allure of the abyss: soaring demand, shrinking land options, and the promise of ocean riches that could reshape power itself.
Sounds less like mining and more like a high-stakes underwater casino.
So now we know why nations are diving into the abyss. But here's where the dream starts getting dangerous.
Let me guess. This is the part where the bill arrives.
Deep sea mining isn't just risky, it's absurdly expensive. We're talking billions upfront for ships, robots, and underwater tech that barely exists anywhere else.
So, before you mine a single rock, you already owe the ocean your entire GDP.
These operations rely on specialized vessels, remote-controlled mining machines, and miles-long pipes sucking minerals from the seabed.
Ah, yes, the world's most expensive underwater vacuum cleaner.
And then there's the environmental cost, which is where things get unsettling.
That's never a good sentence to hear about the planet.
Mining machines would scrape the ocean floor, destroying habitats that took millions of years to form.
So it's like deforestation, but underwater, and way harder to see.
Then come the sediment plumes, giant clouds of debris blasted into the water, spreading far beyond the mining site.
So the ocean gets crop-dusted with mud.
These plumes can smother marine life, block light, disrupt food chains, and potentially travel hundreds of kilometers.
Fantastic! Even the fish don't know what's happening.
Here's the scariest part. Scientists still don't fully understand deep-sea ecosystems.
So we're mining a place we barely understand, with machines we barely tested, for consequences we can't predict.
Exactly. Some species down there are found nowhere else on Earth. Lose them once, and they're gone forever.
Wow. Permanent consequences. My favorite kind.
So this is the real gamble. Short-term economic gains versus potentially irreversible environmental damage.
And once you tip that scale, there's no undo button for the ocean.
The question isn't just, can we mine the deep sea? It's, should we?
Because future generations might really enjoy having, an ocean.
And that tension between economic dreams and environmental nightmares is tearing the world apart right now. So now we've got the money on one side, the environmental nightmare on the other, and somehow we're still going forward.
Which means this is where humans say, don't worry, we'll fix it with technology.
To mine the deep sea, nations are building machines that look less like mining equipment and more like sci-fi nightmares.
That thing absolutely has boss music.
We're talking robotic submersibles, autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs, designed to operate miles below the surface under crushing pressure.
So, robots mining in total darkness, while humans watch on a screen and hope.
Then come the riser systems, massive pipes stretching from the seabed to ships above, sucking minerals up like an industrial straw.
Again, world's most expensive smoothie.
Here's where it gets competitive. Whoever perfects this technology first gets a massive head start in deep-sea mining.
So it's not just mining. It's a full-blown tech arms race.
Countries and corporations are racing to patent designs, lock down intellectual property, and dominate the machines that make the abyss profitable.
Meaning the real treasure might not be the minerals, but the robots that grab them.
And once technology enters the picture, geopolitics isn't far behind.
Of course not. Humans can't share a pizza. You think we'll share the ocean floor?
Mining rights are governed by international rules, mainly through global bodies meant to manage the seabed as the common heritage of humanity.
Ah, yes. Nothing runs smoother than international consensus.
As demand rises, disputes are emerging. Who gets to mine, where they can mine, and who enforces the rules.
So it's like colonial land grabs, but quieter and underwater.
Control over strategic seabed areas, could translate into long-term economic leverage and geopolitical influence.
Amazing. We invented underwater geopolitics before figuring out how to not wreck the ocean.
So, deep-sea mining isn't just about minerals, it's about machines, power, and control, in a part of the planet no one truly owns. So after all this, deep-sea mining comes down to one thing. We're moving faster than the rules meant to protect the ocean.
Build first, regret later.
Scientists say we need strong international rules, with real enforcement, now.
Because please don't wreck the seabed isn't a plan.
And deep-sea mining isn't our only option. Recycling and better batteries could slow the rush.
So, maybe mine our junk drawers before the abyss.
Because what we decide today shapes the ocean for centuries.
No pressure, humanity.
If you liked this video, smash that thumbs up like it owes you money. Hit subscribe for more fun stuff. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.